Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try this World Cuisine Saffron Road, no antibiotics ever. This one is the Tantan Ramen Bowl with chicken. It's authentically zesty Japanese-inspired broth with notes of sesame and chilies, made with bone broth. Looks pretty decent. It is a 6-ounce meal or 170 grams. I guess it's before you add the water too. So you're just going to add water. It's medium heat. Whatever, okay, whatever all that means. So it's got bok choy, red chili flakes, tahini, and white miso. Whatever. Calorie-wise, 220 calories for the ball. That's not bad. There's your other info for you. So to make this, you can do it in the stovetop. Of course, we don't do that, but you could do it in the stovetop if you want to. There's the directions if you want to do that. We're going to do it in the microwave. So we're going to remove the tray from the card, peel back the film slightly, add a half a cup of water or 4 ounces of water, cook on high for 3 minutes, and then let it sit 1 or 2 minutes, remove the film, and stir and serve. And it says if you don't have a measuring cup, it's okay. Simply fill the bowl to a little more than halfway. I do have a measuring cup. I want to see, I measured out a half cup, but I actually want to see what it looks like in the bowl, so you'll know. So I guess that's a good rule of thumb, halfway. We bought these at Kroger. They were $4.99, so I think that's a little expensive, but it was $4.99. There's a little ball of the ramen. Never seen it in a ball form. I've always seen it in like a flat square. So I'm going, it says add water first. Fill this up. See if I can get it to stay back while I pour water in here and not make a complete total mess. You gonna stay back? Tell you what, I'm going to use my little price tag here to hold it back, just in case. Okay. And we're going to, like I said, I measured out half a cup of water. So right up until, a little price cheat sheet over there now. Right up until it got to almost to that bump right there. Do you see the bump? Right there, almost to that bump. So that's about how much you put. So we'll just cover that up. And we get this in the microwave. Ooh, it smells smells like green onions, like really strong green onions. 3 minutes, and then let it sit for a minute or two. I'm gonna put a paper plate under this just in case it leaks some water, but I don't think it will be, but it's pretty high up there. So anyway, I'll be back when it comes out. All right, here it is out of the microwave. I let it sit for a minute or two, and I have not stirred it. I haven't touched it. Ooh, it's like magic. It turned all brown. It was kind of cool. So I'm gonna let this, a lot of broth. So you're gonna get a lot of broth to drink. I don't know, some people say they actually drain the water off. I don't know why you do that, because all the flavor is in the broth. So that's kind of the whole point of eating ramen, if you ask me, is the broth. So anyway, I'm going to let this cool off for a bit because it's really hot. And it did dribble a little bit on the side. I think it's more where it got steam on the plastic and just dripped off. So if you don't mind cleaning up a little bit, that's fine. Or put a paper plate or a paper towel underneath it just to catch it. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, so it's that time to cool off. I've got noodles. It looks like a pepper, some chicken, and it's about the size of spaghetti noodles, honestly. So here we go. There's other things in here. I just couldn't get it all on one fork. Got some big hunks of chicken in there. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, some pretty good, decent sized chunks of chicken. That is spicier than I was expecting it to be, but it's not like over the top spicy. So it's not, if you don't like spicy food, you wouldn't want to get this because it's going to be too spicy for you. But if you don't mind a little spice, it's actually pretty good. The broth has a really good flavor to it. It's a little plain, but it's still got enough spice, that kind of peppery spice to where it's got some flavor to it. So it's not really super bland. It doesn't seem as salty as the ramen noodles where you take the little packets and sprinkle them in there. It doesn't seem that salty, that over the top salty. How much sodium does it have in there? 660, I believe. I can't see it. 680, something like that. My eyes are not that good for that tiny print. But it doesn't seem as salty. It also doesn't seem quite as flavorful. And the textures of the noodles are different than what I'm used to as well. Let me try just a piece of chicken. The chicken is good and tender, which is really good. The flavors they're okay. They're not like over the top. There's a lot of peppers and stuff like that. Yeah, flavor-wise, it's okay. It's not like the best thing I ever had, but it's good. It has a little bit of an oily feel on your lips when you've eaten it, I guess, in that broth. The noodles have a softer, almost like a silky texture that I'm not used to with ramen. Ramen is usually a little firmer. These are very soft and, like I said, sounds awful, but silky is the best word I can describe it. They're very smooth, soft noodles. About the size of a spaghetti noodle, but maybe a linguine noodle, a little bit smaller than spaghetti. But yeah, the texture is okay. I don't mind it. I like a little tougher noodle. I don't like it this soft. I like it a little harder than this, a little firmer. And flavor wise, they're okay. Wow. I'm trying to think of a good number to give this. I'm debating between you know what? I'm just going to give it a 3.5. It's worth trying out. If you like ramen noodles at all, then it's worth trying. Is it the most exciting ramen noodles meal I've ever had? I think there's better out there that have more like flavor to them. This one does have a decent flavor, and you get that little spice on your lips mostly, a little bit on your tongue. It's good. I think what throws me off a little bit is the texture of the noodles. The texture of the noodles are a little softer than I personally like. If you like a softer noodle, you would like this. And the flavors just aren't as bold as I'd like them to be. So take it as it is. $5 though, it's a little expensive for a ramen when you can buy a thing of ramen for, 20 cents, 10 or 15, 20 cents for the packages of ramen. So, $5 is a lot to ask. If you're looking for $5, just buy the cheaper ramen. I think you'll get just as good stuff out of this, and unless you're looking for no antibiotics and all that stuff. But I don't think it's worth the $5 to get these. So try them if you want. You can let me know at the bottom in the comments if you have tried these, what you thought about them. And I hope you enjoy this video, and thanks for watching.